You don't know the power of the dark side. The dark side. You don't know the power of the dark side. You don't know the power of the dark side. You don't know the power of the dark side. Don't know the power.
Fat Furby back again, and we are back at Brands Hatch for the 900th time. First place, Emery. In second, just here for the 40s. Never really seen much of that player. Jono Stan in the V-Dub. Ranger Roz in the Alpha. Keaton BMW. Adam 2167. Door number 1 with the Ford. Twitchy in the Mazda. Old mate, nice qualifier there in the BMW. DNA X601 in the dub as well. FSR in the Mazda. We got into 11th. Not bad for the Furby. Conzio right behind us in the Honda. VLX GDR in the Nissan GT Rebecca. Another Volkswagen. Norm XC in the Beamer. NX in the Ferrari. Macca 10, another BMW. So the BMW still pretty popular. Iron Mask, great livery in the Jag. And our buddy Phonon still struggling a little bit, unfortunately, in the Merc. The Merc just seems to be going backwards and backwards again. So 18 laps, mediums and hards is the requirement as Emery leads the pack out onto the first few corners. Jono Stan right behind as well. So a bit of a train line. Macca going for an early move. And Phonon taking in the scenery chuck a link up now. Go check out CSTBFO Phonon on YouTube, streaming some dailies and some FIA races as well. As we get a move done on FSR, had a better run out of that corner, and hopefully we can settle down. We didn't have a lot of practice as usual, but we've driven Brands Hatch multiple times, and we have started with the softs and Phonon around the outside. Can he make it stick as everybody else peels off into the pits? As we jump on with Jono Stan, driving very, very well for Volkswagen. And nice smooth inputs help keep the life of the soft tyres on the front wheel drive. And personally, the front wheel drive cars hold up alright with the tyre wear. It's only the front two that seem to wear out. So these other drivers do rear wheel drive cars have a lot harder time, and the four wheel drive cars. So Conzio gets through. We were sitting behind DNA and we left the door wide open, and FSR is starting to put a little bit of pressure . And Conzio up on the inside, and we sit in, and with a little bit of a delayed reaction there. DNA was letting us through, and we left it very late indeed, and now we are all out of shape around these next few corners. And we have the big beefy GTR right behind us now. And not a lot of room, as we know, on this track to make the moves, especially now with the penalty system update, which they really, from my experience, which is not a lot, they just need to leave the penalty system alone, and all these drivers need to just adjust. It is a non-contact sport, and unfortunately Rubbin is not racing. This is not NASCAR Daytona. So old mate out in the BMW. And 4 laps down. We still have a fair few laps to go as we get onto the tail of FSR. And we are just going to get into that slipstream GT Rebecca slowly making up some spots as well. And she has been driving well in the Volkswagen. And Phonon as we jump on board. Adam slipping on into the pits to get rid of those hard tyres. And the Merc getting around the track okay. And definitely would be an interesting time. Luckily, Phonon is up for the job. So lap 7, still pretty much in the same position. Phonon making up quite a few spots. A lot of people into the pits, but a good chance for Phonon. And FSR is starting to hound Phonon pretty heavily. DNA X601 on the hards. Probably not the best start for DNA, but he will get into the groove. GT Rebecca into the pits, and DNA is going to do the same thing. So we have VLX GTR right behind us. And apparently we were holding VLX GTR up. Whatever makes you feel a little bit better about yourself, that is fine. We're not really holding you up that much. There are 20 cars on the track. It is called motorsport racing. So you may need to just learn that there are other drivers on there, and I mean the pressure got to me in the end as we came off, much to the delight of Mr. VLX GTR, who is going to head into the pits. And we decide to follow VLX in. And we are going to get the hards on for that one lap of blistering hard tyre pace. And DNA on the softs now. And we are in. And I'm pretty sure we put the softs on. Can't remember. Yes, we do. We finish on the softs. So in 17th, we've got a bit of work to do. Meanwhile, Emery just here for the 40s, right behind, both running the Audi. And pulling a little gap to Jono Stan. But he's still powering on. He's not that far behind. And Conzio in 4th, Ranger Oz, Keaton, Old Mate, Adam, Twitchy, FSR, making up the top 10, Norm XC, Felix, GDR and GT, Rebecca, and Phonon up into 14th. And letting DNA get past. So Phonon doing what he can do in the Merc. And we've just got to try and keep the tyres as good as we can, as DNA starting to tear through the field one by one. Twitchy coming off there, I believe, losing it on the last corner. And keeping it tight there this time. And a great camera angle. Twitchy, Norm XC, and we are catching up into the slipstream of our good mate Phonon. Even the sound of the mighty Merc, it just really does sound like it has been nerfed beyond belief, really. So I take my hat off to all the Merc drivers still. As Phonon and myself giving each other the blinker. Hopefully we can give Phonon a tow for at least half a lap. And just here for the 40s, out in front, and Jono Stan, Emery on the inside. Emery has the inside line. Just here for the 40s is off. So, nice little battle here between Emery and Jono Stan. And only a few laps left. And looking like plenty of grip left on the mediums for Jono. And just here for the 40s, recovering well, Ranger Oz, Keaton, Conzio and Adam coming through the field. GT, Rebecca flying now. And DNA on the charge. Hopefully you're not holding up VLX GDR, who has copped a track limit penalty. Norm XC, and we are slowly catching a little bit. Iron Mask, NX and Macca. So some of these drivers will be pitting, and GT Rebecca has absolutely binned it. Hitting the curb there. Lucky she had a good laugh about it at the end. So FSR into the pits, Conzio as well. Who else is going to peel off? GDR's gone in. GT Rebecca Twitchy as well. We are going to make up a few spots here. Running the hards in the middle of the stint. And we end up in 12th, which is not too bad. And in front of Felix GDR, who is probably chuckling to himself. Well, he actually was on his Twitch stream. And a bit of biffo there. Not much in it really. And Phonon probably wishing that he had a longer dinner. So Jono Stan off track a little, and Emery is going to hold on. And she crosses the line in first. Jono Stan, well driven, just here for the 40s. Ranger Roz, Keaton, Adam and Conzio. FSR, DNA in 9th. Well driven, old mate. Nearly pipped on the line there. Norm XC, we got 12th. VLX in 13th. Iron Mask, GT Rebecca, Twitchy, and good old Phonon, NX and Macca. So thanks for watching. We will be back again. More GT sport coming your way. So we've got you covered there, Lukey. Until next time.